Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm a complete newbie at this, so I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm awkward on the camera, but first time for everything. Hopefully I get better. I'm going to be showing you around the units, the potential plans of what's going to be happening with this, what I've already done. You would have been sort of up to date if you've been following my TikTok and all that. Yeah, well, let's get to it. I'll give you a guide and we'll see where that takes us. Let's start things off a bit more simple from what I've done already then. So first things first, I did that, the exhaust manifold cover. It was basically as rotten as that. So sanded it down to what I could. It's not perfect as you can see, but it's something to make it a bit more tidy. Got new bolts thanks to my friend Elliot. Same with the battery tray, I did that last night. Just making it look a bit more cleaner than, well, it looked better than rust. The airbox is out because I'm planning to install a pipe cross cone filter and also do a makeshift heat shield so it's not hot air, and also convert this, that the original air feed is here. I'm thinking of making a custom one to where it, well, it's going to still sit there, but hopefully that is going to be up and under to feed air in a bit more accurately. Moving on to the rear. So obviously, just like the front, I've took off my bumper. I did this to have a look at rust and see how it's like. For a Corsa B, to be fair, it's as expected. You're going to get rust all along here, and I've also got a hole in my spare wheel well. Obviously I'm going to get cuts and get welds for that. But generally speaking, the rust on this isn't bad unless I start digging deeper and find some stuff, which, let's be honest, I am going to, because this thing is 28 years old and has had one bit of welding done, and that was under the passenger side front seat. One positive about this car is this does not leak at all, which I'm assuming is quite rare in these, because from my experience a lot of people have had issues with these leaking, but mine doesn't. But with the pro of that not leaking, there's the con of the seal on this, well, being basically non-existent. So I'm going to have to be checking back here where they commonly leak. And that advice was given to me by a fellow YouTuber. Trying to remember it off the top of my head. I think it's 90s Rusty Retros. I'll link it in the description. He's an absolutely amazing guy. He's been in the YouTube game for a bit more, well, a bit longer than me. Hell, maybe even future collaborations, so be looking forward to that. In here, that is where my hole is. It's where wheel, as I was talking about. It is a bit more, well, it's quite crusty to be fair, but it's not major. I've saw worse. This doesn't work. The ratchet system on it's, well, buggered. This was where a sub was going in from the previous owner. Not my taste, so that is going to be removed when I've got the time. Another thing that needs to be done is this needs to be removed and put on properly. I don't know if this was the previous owner's doing or before that, I am not too sure, but it hasn't really been put on per se the usual way. Here, let's have a closer look. You can see it's not really fitted well, and that is going to be a pain to remove, but that'll be a future video of what I'm doing. You can all laugh and have fun watching me struggle to get this thing off. And it will also need some paint because it ain't great at all. A lot of this car needs paint, to be fair, but like you got bits of this where you can see it's starting to go back to, because I'm pretty sure this was black plastic. and they painted it red in attempts to get it to match this, but hadn't done too well. So that's something I will have to look after. A lot of features in the video because I've got a lot of my confidence and some stuff I borrow and tools and help with doing this car from them. But 80s 90s Vox, Car Club I'm in, they are absolutely amazing, so give them a follow. You'll find them on Facebook, TikTok and all the rest. Moving on to the interior, it's not too bad. Apologies for the mess, but you know, it is a project. It's obviously got two-spoke steering wheel. I personally like it a lot. It's not everyone's taste though. 5-speed box, handbrake, which there's a story with the handbrake and the whole brake systems which is quite entertaining, so I'll be sharing that later. Because it was its first outing and there was a bit of an issue with the brakes. As you can see, it has been lowered. Questionable methods of lowering it, like springs on this, the front side, which I have a look at it. You gotta love the wind. You gotta love the wind, makes it loud. Right, I've got to speak higher than the wind, this is good. So, where was I? Yeah, front springs, they've been, I'm assuming they've been cut. I've had a look, they don't look like proper lowering. The rear though does have lowering, so that's always good. Saves me one job. I'm happy with how it sits, to be fair. And once the bumper's on and all that, it does look mint. I do love it. Future plans. I'm keeping the engine stock. Well, not stock, but keeping the original engine in. Well, it's not even the original engine. So, story time. The original engine that was in this was on, I think it was on the 85,900, and it had a, well, the head gasket sort of went by. So when I got this, it had that engine in it. I test drove it, and then I also, when buying it, got this new engine fitted for me as well, just because I didn't have much tools. I don't have many now. I'm sort of still learning on all this. So at the moment, the engine in this, I believe now, is the Opel X12 SZ, I believe. So yeah, it's basically like the newer add-on to the C12 NZ, which everybody knows. What else is there about this car? Right, the brakes. I said I'd get onto that, didn't I? So I was in convoy with 80s 90s Vox. It was the first big outing. I was going down to Tap the Tide, Anglesey Transport Museum. Absolutely amazing place. If you haven't been, I fully recommend going. It's a blast down there. And it's only about £10 to enter, and it's 2 units, but like big warehouse sized ones. And they've got agricultural and tons of classic cars, some military. They've even got a aircraft there, which is always great, and a train, believe it or not. So definitely give it a look. But on the way down there, my brakes, well, stopped working. Had no brakes at all. I believe the cause was the left drum, the left rear drum brake, the handbrake after it was on. After a while I put it down, it was still catching a bit, causing the drum to heat up and boil the fluid, because there was old fluid in it which I hadn't changed yet. There's new in it now. The brakes work, from what I know anyways. They could go again. But yeah, that was one of the first big issues this thing's had under my ownership, and hopefully no more. And now we're back to where the video began. Bit of a short one, Mike. I don't know if I'll be posting this on my YouTube or my TikTok. Probably both. Yeah, but it wasn't going to be a long one, my first one. I'll try and get better on the camera. But other than that, I hope you have enjoyed this, and feel free to let me know your thoughts, what I could improve, what I could do better, any suggestions or what you want to see a bit more in depth on this car, and I'll try my best to do it. So in that case, thank you and goodbye.
Silence of the place, and I miss you.